such a boon.
Yeah, he doesn't even seem to care, though.
No, he's just like, oh, wow, you beat me when there was 2 of you.
One of you is not as strong as 2 of you? Curious.
My God. What are these numbers? It's like I'm seeing into the Matrix.
I thought I saw a 2.
Yeah, right.
What a delightful match. Very well.
I thought I saw a 2. 2s don't exist joke doesn't work. When we've seen numbers in the background and they're not just 1s and 0s.
This is one of your biggest, like, obvious clues that he is, at least in his own mind, he is trying to be a hero. Is that rather than continuing to fight, he's like, you know what, to honor you, like, not even going to fight you 100%, but to honor the fact that you have actually beaten me in a duel, I'm just going to go. Like, I'm not going to fight you at all. I'm not going to, like, make a big, like, thing about it. I'm just going to leave.
Could be that he wants to lure us somewhere. I'm kind of curious about how Underling would react to this guy, because with CFW Trick, she was a little bit skeeved by him, but never actually directly confronted him about being gross.
She was his subordinate, and she acted like it.
Yeah, she was like, okay, boss, you're gross, but whatever. I kind of want to see, like, just the way she works with this guy, because Underling kind of feels like she revels in being the bad guy.
A little bit,
and this guy doesn't seem to know he's a bad guy, except he probably does, and he's just being a weirdo about it. But I kind of want to see what she says to that.
Yeah. I don't know, I'd be interested too.
And like she just looks up and is like, you know we're evil, right? And he's like, yes, but that doesn't mean I can't have manners. And she just looks at him and is like, manners are for chumps. And then she hits him in the shins with a pipe. And he doesn't do anything.
No, he does absolutely nothing.
It'd be rude to hit her. It's not like I like having a second person to help me fight robots with.
I like the idea of maybe if CFW Brave was involved, that she would then try to be his subordinate. So for every one of the CFWs, she changes her personality and her design changes at the same time.
God, like so she puts on a different hoodie each
so it's
time.
like Trick is just her acting like normal, like Underling, but then when she gets close to like CFW Brave and it's like, oh, she's working for him now, she shows up in a ballroom gown and she's primp and proper about it. And
well,
it's
the
like,
hoodie
okay.
would mean she's Warachu's Underling.
Yeah, that's something.
And then with Trick, he'd probably make her wear something gross.
Yeah.
And then with Brave,
he didn't like her, didn't he?
No,
I thought he didn't like her.
Not really, because her age is implied to be in the double digits. But like he would make her wear something gross and tell her to call him daddy or something.
Yeah.
And then with Brave, like he'd put her in like a proper skirt, and he'd tip his hat to her and tell her she needed to curtsy when he did so.
Are you sure you understand what
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Get back here!
I do think that it would be pretty neat if she did change uniform every time she got shuffled to a different boss.
The EXE drive is now level 4. Yeah. I think that if she gets shuffled around, she should change her design, but it's not going to happen.
We had better get her as a playable character in one of these goddamn games, and she had better have outfits based off of the other villains. Like, she gets to put on R4's witch hat, and she gets to put on, like, I don't know, a Gundam helmet that makes her look like Brave.
She's like, I have to come with you. If I don't, how do I know you're doing the job right? And then If just, comes back calling her a fucking, I don't know, some kind of turtle. Some kind of tsunami turtle. No, I don't.
Regular turtles are tsunami turtles sometimes.
She calls her a tsundere.
Gigi is like a friend magnet.
Yeah, she's
Join
like
the
a cult magnet. Just attracts followers.
If anything, she needs to step up and take responsibility for her cult and start giving them commandments. Because they just kind of sit around doing whatever until they have to go into a dungeon.
Yeah.
But don't be a jerk, okay?
Yeah, don't act like an ass.
Hi. Can we be friends?
Hi, older kids. We can be cool too. Will you sneak us into PG-13 movies?
Man, it's sensory overload.
And then Red probably needs to go to jail again. I'm not sure.
Just go.
She's just the personified version of jail. Like, everybody else is like, oh, it's like Sega, and that's PlayStation, and this is just jail.
She's roughly in the age range of the other characters, so it's supposed to be less creepy.
Kidding. I'm kind of kidding. Don't worry about it.
But it's like she makes it creepy. You had the chance to be regular, and you decided to be creepy.
A little bit.
Just be friends with them and bond over common interests, and then ask one of them out. Not all of them at once.
Aren't you both, like, friends with her sister, not really her? Like, I know you're friends with her, too. But, like,
I've been thinking of them as Nepgear's moms.
Yeah, right, they feel like Neptune's friends, not Nepgear's friends.
Yes, and this time I'm sure.
Like, they're here to make sure that Nepgear doesn't fall off a cliff.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, hey.
Chapter is over.
Yeah.
Because we have everyone now. So now we gotta go storm the castle. The
Goddess
junk castle.
Awakening. Ta-da.
We saved over the dead the dead session.
Yeah, we did.
Which is fine because we're redoing it, but it's like, oh, all that progress that no one will ever see.
It hurts. It hurts in my
We have
heart
the
soul.
audio. We have the audio.
It does, I know, but it's still just like, I was literally coughing up blood at the end of that session. That,
It's just, we put a lot of voice heart into this game.
I put a lot of throat heart into this game.
Yeah, and it hurts sometimes. Josh has been getting hurt a lot. They didn't have his favorite sandwich at the Walmart today either.
It hurt me so much.
He straight up said that as we walked away from the shelf.
They don't carry chicken parm.
Well, they might just be out of stock.
Yeah, well. So this is all of our friends, and they don't get a bounce?
I'm glad they don't. Both because, like, that's unnecessary, and also it would look weird with Histoire because of the scaling and the fact that she's floating there. If everyone bounced, like, what are they going to do with her?
She bounces on the bug. Originally we pointed this out, but it is incredibly weird that these characters just showed up out of fucking nowhere.
I think the fact that they're friends is kind of neat.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they just, out of nowhere, they're like, oh, well, we're gonna show up for this as well.
It's important. They've got plot shit
there was
to help with.
there was such a big issue when we originally showed up where they're like, oh, we're very busy. We can't leave our countries because we're the ones in charge right now.
Yeah,
like,
but we're saving the leaders. That's important.
I guess. Also, Histoire is apparently our oracle?
Yes.
But, like, she's not at the same time. Histoire is something else.
In the old game, she was something else. Continuity. Although it does leave it unexplained why she's a tiny book fairy, because these other three are...
Like, humans.
They're Neptunia humans, at least.
Is she the oracle of this country, then?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, it's been said.
Okay.
Yeah, just straight up. She also runs the Adventure Guild or something?
Just something like that,
Or
yeah.
the branch in Neptune or whatever. Human, fairy, human. I can't get over that.
It's really weird.
It's so weird.
Kay's got a little notebook.
Yeah, it's for business. That's where she writes her business.
Also, that is why she had arrived ahead of it, so Kay is totally just 100%. That's a lady.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it was a question at the very beginning, but it's like, oh, there's not boys in this game. The only boys in this game are robots.
I feel like they should have played it up more, and they didn't, and it's just like, oh... Why didn't you play it up more?
There's no reason to. Because there's nothing actually stopping a girl from having a short hair and a suit.
But I mean, at least, like, toy with the idea. Clearly you designed the character with that in mind, and then you don't even play it.
It might have been done more so in the Japanese. We don't know.
I mean,
they may have
maybe.
decided to cut it out because there could have been offensive jokes in it.
It feels like the character wasn't around long enough for that to really be the case.
Yeah, none of these characters were around long enough. I want to know more about all of them.
You know what? Honestly, I agree.
I really want to know what Chica's deal is, because she's the closest we have to a CPU candidate for
she's not
lead
at
box.
all.
Yeah, she dresses almost the way the CPUs dress in their goddess modes. She's really into vert, so they shouldn't be sisters, but maybe there's some other thing going on. But like, what is the story? Like, we have a story for Histoire. It's not the right story because it was in different continuity, but we at least have some understanding of what the fuck she's doing here.
Yeah.
The others, it's like, tell me your story. It can be a non-canon story, and I'll just piece together how it works in this particular canon.
Yeah, I just want to know.
Yeah. I wanted to... Did we not at some point suggest that Chica might be an evolved Ron?
I think we suggested when she first showed up, but like I don't think that's what it is.
No, but it's funny.
Don't want this girl to
It's
buckle
an
and
interesting idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna go teleport into the junkyard.
Yeah.
That's cool.
After all,
We gotta go rescue the other
could it
one.
be other than a success?
And I cannot wait to get them all back together because our cult is gonna be huge, and despite this being like arguably like Neptune's cult, they are all going to have to listen to Nepgear because she is the main character of this game.
Yeah, until Neptune shows up and then she becomes the main character again.
I
Possibly.
really hope she doesn't steamroll over everyone else's screen time.
I mean, the game is called Sisters Generation, so you'd think that wouldn't be it, but like, I don't know.
I like Nepgear way better than Neptune. Like you've said you don't mind her, and I've admitted that, oh, it's because she does this thing where she seems like she's trying too hard and she's too wacky, and it's like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm wacky enough without her messing up, like, the balance. So, like, oh, maybe it's because she's too much like me,
I don't
a
think
person
so.
that Josh likes.
So now Istora's like, oh, but I gotta do things, so all of you go to sleep, and
Yeah,
I'll
well, they
be
don't want to go in
busy.
tired.
And then Netgear learns Superior Angels. These are EXEs.
Yeah, are they team up EXEs?
I believe they're team up
Okay.
EXEs. I'm not even
Okay.
100% sure. I'm just guessing for that one.
Tomorrow.
And then this
Look at
weird
this.
shit.
This is a really nice shot of Planet Neptune, though.
Oh yeah, I love the colors they're using here.
Yeah.
I've tried doing stuff like this before where you start with the dark blue and then you use the lighter colors to make the lines of everything there instead of starting with
So any negativity
the
or
shapes of all of the buildings and then coloring in the dark and light.
Yeah.
Like, it looks really good. I cannot get anywhere near that detail, but also buildings are my nemesis.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of artists feel like backgrounds and buildings are probably their nemesis.
And then you
A lot of
occasionally-
illustrators, anyway,
Yeah, you
not
occasionally
much
get
artists.
artists who are like architect trained.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they draw people with lopsided bean heads. Mega Tokyo, if you ever look at, like, I think that stuff's still technically running.
I think so.
Sort
yeah.
of.
I
But,
don't know.
like, if you
I know
look
one of those
up-
guys stopped working on it at some
Oh,
point.
tons
Yeah.
and, like, years ago.
Didn't he try to like apply to be like a congressman or something?
I want to say he was running for, like, House of Representatives
Some
for
kind of
a
office in like
district in Texas,
yeah.
under the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
That's the guy who stopped being on the writing team. The other guy's still doing it. Anyways,
Huh.
that guy is a trained architect. I
Yeah,
think that's what he went to college for. So his buildings and his backgrounds are always really, really good, but his characters look like they're in Mega Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, she's talking to the mascots, who I guess have chosen to become jellyfish for this,
Well, they're just orbs, but they're giving off particles.
and they totally know each other because she's like, "Oh shit, all of
Been a
you."
while, Eastward.
My theory that's probably wrong is that they are the same kind of whatever thing Histoire is.
That
And they've
would-
lost
I
their
feel like that would make
forms.
sense, especially because, and they talk about it in the game, but it was addressed that, hold on, it's addressed that there are multiple versions of these. Like, they do not exist in a particular place at any given time because one of them was given to that country by Neptunia, by Neptune specifically. It was the one that was in Loe, was apparently just a gift from Sega.
Which is great. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Nintendo relied on Sega to give them a mascot? That's so nice of them.
That's so backwards it hurts. But the thing is that they have this whole thing going on, and it's like they seem super chummy with Histoire. So what if there's just a ton of these mascots? What if it's not one per country? We just only found one per country. And there's just a ton of them around, and what if that's just all that Istwar is?
I'm glad we could
Yeah,
come
they
together.
almost look like Zelda fairies,
A
and
little
she's
bit,
got the
yeah.
wings. So
It-
maybe they're just tiny versions or weaker versions.
Well, like, my initial thought with this, especially seeing the mascots, or not the mascots, the oracles in the other room, is that what if there was an oracle for a second, and it got displaced by Istwar, who is, like, actually just a mascot who became a fully formed
Like she's an
person.
evolved
Or
orb.
something, yeah, because I don't know. I have no idea. That's just, like, I'm shooting the wind out there. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's actually what happens. at
Well,
all.
there's some information that's about to be given
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
kind of remember from the first time we did this, but we should look at it again because
Yes.
we're LPing the game.
Yeah.
Chance at recovering our captive CPUs.
I'd like to point out also, though, that
Or maybe they're just old friends and I'm looking too far into it. I don't
maybe
know.
like we want lore, we love
Yeah,
lore.
yeah, yeah,
She wears her nightgown with those headphone thingies. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if those are
I
just
think
her
those are
ears.
just her ears.
She's a persicom. That's what those
It's
are called,
some-
right? The chobits.
I have no idea.
Is that
maybe.
what a chobit is?
That's probably what a chobit
I
is.
think that those are equal, interchangeable terms.
It's a really nice dress at the very least. She's still on her book.
Well, we also don't know if she is the book and that's a hologram.
Yeah, in which case does the hologram wear pajamas for a reason? Does the book wear pajamas? Like, I don't know.
It's like when you're in elementary school and you have to put a cover on your textbook. To
It's something
protect
like
it.
that. The book doesn't typically wear a cover, does it?
I don't know.
Or does it? Like, I don't
don't know.
know.
You get so formal. No need to talk like that with us.
They're very familiar with
Yeah,
it.
so they're super close friends,
World
apparently.
friends.
Aren't we?
Aw, and all of these characters are voiced by the, like, other Neptunia characters, and you can hear it in that voice if you listen.
It's really, it makes sense if you think about it, because they clearly need to have their voice actors in this game, but they're only in this game for a
Well,
very small fraction, because they're,
I mean,
they're in junkyard
sure,
jail.
Sure, I would say that it's probably because they were trying to they're probably trying to consolidate on the amount that they spent
That too.
on voice actors, because, well, we've already hired these ones. Why not get the most out?
Yeah,
of
and
it?
they were the protagonists, so they're kind of a big deal, but we're not using them as much, so
I don't
we
even
gotta
think,
make use of them.
I don't know if it's all the
'Cause they're
original
probably
sisters
paying
or
them
not. I don't know if
anyways.
that's all the original sisters or not. I think
know.
it might just be a bunch of other characters. I don't know. And if it is the original sisters, I know we noticed for a fact that they're mixed up and wrong.
Yeah,
like
it's not
the-
like the purple one is
the
Neptune.
Planeptune one isn't Neptune and yada yada.
You may be right.
Yeah, they made it less obvious.
Yeah.
Being with you feels so nostalgic.
It's like, I don't know what this is foreshadowing, but
I
I'm
don't
interested.
know either.
Sure, most of us mascots were destroyed by ASIC.
So there's the
but
thing.
The four of us found our way to
Like,
each other.
are these the only ones left? What purpose did they fill before they were
Yeah.
destroyed?
Are there still a bunch of them left? And that, like, these are just the 4 that we found?
Was it that because of the idea of like, oh, we're old friends, that she knows these specific ones personally, it's not that the ones that were destroyed by ASIC were like just underling with a pipe, and these were just the ones we got to before they were hurt.
Although ASIC is relatively new in, like, the canon of this world, supposedly. So
Supposedly.
I don't know.
I mean, it's been 3 years since the girls were lost in the junkyard, so they've been
Yeah,
around
yeah,
at least
yeah.
3 years from now, and before that they may have been building power for a bit.
I guess.
But even then,
I really don't
like,
know.
what, 10 years
Everything's
tops?
going to be
Something
fine.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure about that.
How can you be sure? Green disc. Purple, by the way, which is the one from Planet Neptune, is the PlayStation.
Noir's voice?
Yeah, I've already forgotten Noir's name.
Yeah.
Game industry.
We
It is all
drank some caffeine before this, and we're
Yeah.
still Maybe it's just because they've not
well,
been in the
I'm
game for
already
a while.
getting tired, but yeah.
all because
And
of
apparently
the
this is all
off the
Istwar's
solid
fault.
plan 3 years ago.
Yeah, she blames herself for sending in all 4 goddesses plus Goddess Junior.
Yeah, plus one of the Goddess Juniors.
It's like what? That should have been enough, honestly.
Yeah.
The blame
I
shouldn't
don't
be on
think
any
it's
one
really her
person except,
fault.
if anyone, ASIC and the deity of sin.
Deity of Sin is just R4, right?
Yeah, Deity of Sin is just R4.
Okay.
I think it's been addressed at the beginning of the game. It was like, oh yeah, Arfor, the deity of sin. And it's like, oh, all right. She's just taken over whatever the fuck his name was, his position. I keep wanting to call him Manus, and I know that's not
Momus?
right. Yeah, Manus is the final boss of like the DLC for Dark Souls. Not even the dragon. He's the one in the pit.
And those
The
who
monkey
succumb
guy.
to
Yeah.
evil promises spread by both. The CPUs can only blame themselves for growing complacent and weak.
Wow, Black Disc is fucking savage.
Well, Black Disc is from PlayStation. Everyone from PlayStation is a little bit stern.
Also, I like that it's calling it Black Disc, but clearly it's the blue one there.
Yeah,
Because the
what
other ones
hell?
are purple disc, white disc, and green disc. Black disc is the blue one.
Well, it's nighttime. You wouldn't be able to see her.
Yeah.
Even the orbs are girls. There are no boys except robots.
The Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Black Disc. Like,
Even so,
That's a thing that I was wondering, by the way. The only males in the series that you see, like there's always like off-screen just NPCs
like the
without
rare
faces.
characters. I mean, you do see some of them for the chirper stuff too.
Yeah, that throws my plan out of the window. But for characters that are like important, it's girls that look human, or Histoire, who's like the exception.
Yeah.
And then robots. So, like, under the idea of, oh, well, these aren't literal humans because this is, like, video game world, like, is that just the dimorphism? It's just...
No. I'm almost positive it's not. Because we do see the males in the chirper stuff, but then you've also got characters like... I don't know.
The guys like Ganache and the Avenir presidents and stuff are non-canon now.
I guess. But we still have the chirper people.
Yeah, we still have...
feels as though
Monster
I'm
Hunter
allowing his
and
There's a lot of them, actually. Like,
and Jimmy.
yeah, Jimmy's there.
CPU candidates.
Yeah, White Disc was a dick
But
about it.
after bearing witness to their actions, to their wills, I chose to
Yeah.
give them my power.
I
You should
mean,
do the same.
it's
Isra.
really weird that
Place your
the
faith
mascots
in them.
don't immediately sense, like, goddess energy or
Yeah,
whatever
you'd
coming
think
off
that
of
they
this.
would-
Stella!
Hey, Stella, what's up? You interrupted some shit, though.
Love you, Stella. Go away. We'll see you in a moment.
Yeah.
We've got, like, the million years of cutscenes first.
Yeah.
To be fair, we're kind of, like,
Yeah.
taking a
It's
while.
fine.
Keep the faith, Histoire.
Yeah, Histoire, just do it. You know.
You raise such valid points.
Keep the
I will
faith.
not let my own doubts get in the
It's
way.
like, look, I know you're nervous about this
There's
thing,
that smile we've all been
but
waiting
just
for.
do the thing.
How about we catch up on those
Anyways, we've
work-related
got,
things
like,
next?
a bunch of babies to go do it for us.
Yeah.
They totally
We're still
won't,
young.
like,
We can
die
talk
the
like
way their
friends as
sisters
we
did.
so long ago.
They're gonna go out to a bar and get drunk and have a night on the town.
Not dressed like that. She's
No.
clearly about to go to bed.
Probably not. I mean, in all fairness, she can fly everywhere, so I don't know how much that matters, but sure.
It's
fine.
cold.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but she's on the roof anyway.
She's still under, like, an awning or something.
I guess.
Going out to a bar.
She's
dressed
also
like
higher
that,
than
though?
all the other buildings around her,
Yeah,
though.
that's true. Go to bed, Histoire.
Yeah. You're gonna catch a cold.
I imagine that a nightgown with
ready?
no shoulders to it would fall right off if you were sleeping.
You'd think
like you'd
so.
roll over enough and in the morning you slipped out of it like it was just a tube.
Like a snake shedding its skin.
Like
yeah.
the reverse of the thing Josh does where he wakes up just completely wrapped
Oh, yeah,
360
no, I-
degrees in the blanket.
I just 100% will burrito myself in my sleep somehow.
Yeah, we don't know how he does it. Like he's got
Already,
magnetic
if I stop
skin
trying to be
for
ready.
cloth.
Something,
So
yeah.
let's go.
Okay. The Nepgear hasn't slept at all.
Nepgear,
That's
chill
fine.
out.
Let's just push you into the junkyard.
A
To be fair, she's the one who's got a little bit of trauma from having been trapped
little
there a
bit,
while,
yeah.
so she is gonna be
Yeah.
nervous.
You'd think so anyway.
Everyone else though,
Here's
they
the
haven't
shares
seen
I
it, and they're
for the
fine.
collected shares between all of you.
So we are still dealing with this weird Sherasite thing.
Yeah, it's a physical object.
It's a physical object.
But, like, it's a physical object that embodies brainwaves, essentially, because it's just belief.
Well,
so, like, how do they collect that?
Yeah, it embodies belief in a god. So it's like, I especially don't know how this works.
Because I'm not sure how they collect that. Like, I can accept the idea that it exists in this setting, because it's very anime. It's just the heart crystals from, like, Sailor Moon, but to get those, you gotta, like, forcibly remove it, and the person goes into a coma or turns into a monster or something.
Yeah, it's weird and
Where
confusing.
do they get the Sherasite?
Apparently it involves using a machine that coagulates it into probably a solid stone.
If you have the right material, can you, like, take a rock and pray on the rock and it turns into Sherasite?
Somebody suggested that the event icons in the dungeons are actually Sherasite. Like, that's apparently, they're just weird...
like, we're just picking them up and they're floating around?
Well, no, they're events. But I don't know. Not the big question box. Not the chests.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But, like, they just sort of float around
the
in
weird
places
crystals
where people
that
are
just
doing
sit
things.
there, I guess.
Like, if enough people are thinking the same thing, it just sort of forms a crystal out in the woods.
I have no idea. I legitimately have no idea.
Well, we
Also,
have these...
it's just a rock, so you probably shouldn't eat it.
We have all these mystery rocks, and they're, I guess, going to help.
Also, Kay has apparently found a way to make mystery rocks more powerful, according to the cutscene at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Which becomes even more confusing. I have no idea how you're making.
Is it a machine
stronger.
that makes people believe more?
Than my face.
Your face is tiny,
yeah,
Ram.
to be fair, your face is probably tinier than most people's. You're a little baby.
It looks smaller because that hat is huge.
Yeah, the hat is absolutely gigantic.
But still, that's like, I don't know, maybe like 8 inches long.
Definitely.
It's a rock.
I don't know.
I guess for a really shiny rock, that is pretty big.
Yeah.
The teleportation device and send you to
Did they like make things out of Sherasite? Because it's powerful, right?
You can make Sherasite out of Sherasite.
Like, so we occasionally get Sherasite as accessories to equip. Is it like you make necklaces out of it or something?
I don't know. I always kind of assumed it was like maybe like a brooch or something, but I don't know.
Well, there's a million ways that you can depict a crystal that's really plotty. It could be on a chain, it could be on a ring, it could just literally be a chunk that you wave around.
I mean, yes, totally.
People sometimes like carry around just long
excited to meet my
crystals for
mature
like
CPU.
witchcraft stuff. Like it's just, this is your wand and it's just like a really long quartz.
Yeah.
Or a fake quartz that you sell to people who think witchcraft is real.
Yeah.
Listen, girl.
But like, I don't know which way they're doing it with this.
Before anyone else.
Chica's like, oh, well, you gotta save for it, though. Like, do it first.
Assuming...
Nobody from our country is going with you because we don't have a CPU candidate, but do
Cave
this.
and peanut butter.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, there's no sister going with them because there's no sister for Vert.
Yeah, Chica should join the party.
Yeah, Chica should join the party. I don't know why she's
She's like the tallest person here, so she'd probably be really strong with her tall power.
Right? You'd think so anyway.
Yeah.
I pray for
Assuming that we don't find them all in literally the same place and get them all at literally the same time, who do you think we'll rescue first?
Well, here we go.
I'm gonna guess Neptune.
But it also makes sense for Neptune to be
the
last.
series is Neptunia. Yeah, that is
Well,
true.
they were all in the same fight, and presumably we're all kind of imprisoned next to each other, weren't they? So really,
yes.
we're probably gonna get them all at once.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So there's all the events, and then Game Industry Graveyard is open, but let's not do that right away.
Yeah, we got
let's
all
do some
of
events.
these.
Yeah. Let me give you this plan. I got it from a friend in the editing department. It's Escape Anywhere, which is actually pretty useful.
Let's play together all night.
I think I pointed it out in the other recording, but Nepugia is the Japanese name for Nepgear. So we got really confused
Nepugia.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first time this character showed up, we were like, what the fuck is this name? What is the pun here? What's the name going on here? And it's like, that's just the Japanese name. Which makes me wonder what this character's name is in Japanese, if it's different at all, and why this character exists the way that they are. Are they just supposed to be like a doppelganger of Nepgear?
Maybe it's like katakana versus hiragana.
They do have the ASIC thing in her hair.
Oh yeah, that's the little
She's got like an evil pin. So maybe it's...
She's the Wario to Nepgear.
Or she's an evil doppelganger like they had a bunch of in the first game, and they only have one in this game, and it's not even a plot-relevant character. It's just somebody who walks around and acts like a dick. And
Yeah, what's
pretends
your
to be
story,
Nepgear.
Pugia? How did you think I was Nepgear? Too bad it's me. Nepugia. Go back to your silly harem game. It's a cult, not a harem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not a harem, though. I wish people wouldn't act without thinking, yeah. It makes it hard for everyone else, yeah. But you have to do what you have to do, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of a nothing statement.
Okay.
My friend changed to contacts and she became cute. Contact time. Glasses are cute.
That character is consistently like, glasses are cute, and people are dicks for saying that glasses aren't cute. And then the moment it's like, oh, my friend got cuter when she switched to the contacts, it's like, oh, contact time.
It's because she's gotta be better than her friend.
Yeah.
I found the perfect outfit. Nep's monochrome hoodie.
That was the item that I think we played through most of Neptunia.
Yeah, we put her in monochrome hoodie
Yeah.
and the little black crown.
Yeah.
And black cat ears.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Cute combo, huh?
There's so many places.
So I guess she's just cosplaying as a recolor version.
Something like that.
Makes her stand out from other cosplayers.
It seeks blood again. Silence. Silence, you blasted demon, possessing my right hand. Thanks. Thanks for that little injection of just Chuni right there.
I love it when he does that.
I think you're Mo Bumbler?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was close. God, I was about to run into someone again. I guess I should stop gaming while I'm walking. Then he pulls the gotcha again. I bought a lot of PCs for cheap. Time to sell them online. My throat is already fucked up.
Do you want to do a quick cut where you get a drink of water?
No, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Let me give you this plan. I got this as a dupe from a sales campaign. It's best in the hands of those who can use it.
Jumping Star has been obtained.
So that's for jumping really high.
Yeah,
Which isn't useful, but you like it.
yeah.